It is impossible to imagine how people lived thousands of years ago, and while historians have made some educated guesses about what life was like back then, we'll never really know how the Stone Age people spent their days, because they didn't leave behind any written records. However, by studying the remnants of their tools and their weapons, making tools was also an important part of life during the Stone Age. Life during the Stone Age was dangerous, so fighting was likely something that Stone Age people did every day. For one thing, there were a lot of predators around, and humans often lived in groups to protect themselves from wild animals. Finally, taking care of the sick was likely something that filled the days of many Stone Age humans. Since there weren't any doctors or hospitals, people had to rely on their knowledge of medicinal plants and natural remedies to treat illnesses. This meant that some people, likely women, spent a lot of time learning about the healing properties of different plants and herbs. They would use their knowledge to treat the sick, which may have included everything from minor cuts and bruises to more serious ailments like fevers and infections. They may have also performed some simple surgeries using sharp stones or animal bones. They also fought each other. Scientists think the first wars were fought during the Stone Age, and it was likely every man for himself when it came to fighting. That is, unless you were part of a group that had developed some sort of organized system of fighting, which would have been rare. But it's safe to say that fighting and defending oneself was something that occupied the minds of many Stone Age people. After all, it was the Stone Age. Cave art is another thing that many Stone Age people probably did every day. Thousands of years before humans invented writing, they would draw pictures on cave walls to tell stories and preserve history. Some of the most famous cave art comes from France and Spain, where humans drew pictures of animals, plants and other images on cave walls using charcoal and other natural pigments. These drawings date back as far as 35,000 years ago. While we don't know exactly why they created these works of art, experts believe they may have been used for religious purposes or to help pass the time. The earliest stone tools date back to 2.6 million years ago, when our ancestors started using stones to cut, hack and scrape. For more information on life during the Stone Age, check out the series in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. Other types of stone tools followed, including hand axes, choppers, and scrapers. These tools weren't just used for hunting. They would have come in handy for a variety of tasks, including woodworking, processing plants, and even surgery. Surgery, yes, believe it or not, archaeologists have found evidence that early humans practiced a form of surgery. They would use sharp stones to remove unwanted growths and other problems that plagued the feet. They also used tools to create decorations for their bodies, including the first known perfume, as well as other physical remains. Experts have managed to reconstruct a fairly accurate picture of what life was like during the Stone Age. So, here are some things that Stone Age people did all day. Foraging. Foraging was likely a big part of the daily routine for most Stone Age people, especially since agriculture wasn't invented until around 10,000 BC. That means that for the majority of the Stone Age, which lasted from roughly 3 million years ago to 4000 BC, humans had to find their food in the wild. Depending on where they lived, they might have feasted on wild grains, fruits, and nuts. In regions where there were fewer plants to eat, they probably spent more time hunting animals for food, and those who lived near water likely spent a lot of time fishing. Since the spear was invented during the Stone Age, it's safe to assume that many people spent a good portion of their days looking for food using this primitive weapon, making tools, fighting, creating cave art, taking care of the sick. So those are just a few things that Stone Age people probably did every day.